Hello, welcome back to a little speed paint video of some witch hats, which definitely a little bit overdue with being posted, but you know. So like many other artists, when different seasons come around, like Halloween, Thanksgiving, of course Christmas, and then there's Easter, and then your seasonal things like spring, summer, you like to make art of it. Of course, who wouldn't? It's a great way to switch up what you're doing based on what's happening right now, and it also is a community thing. You want to be a part of what everyone else is drawing, more visibility and being able to connect to other people. But, I find doing art during the seasons is actually pretty stressful. I don't know if that's just me or if, other people can relate to that. And here's a bit of the reason why. If you already struggle with having any kind of art, any kind of anxiety in general, I'm sure you can relate with bit of pressure having to create something. If you have some what I call art anxiety, it can really feel like you're pressured into creating something that could be what you consider really good. And of course, when you're having anxiety when you're creating, it's not going to look good all the time, and soon you find yourself working too much on something. Either you don't like it, or it doesn't turn out good, or you got some reference pulled up, or you're scrolling through social media and it's definitely not turning out like everyone else's art, and you're like, well, shit. That could be something that could be a real hindrance, and in the end, usually nothing gets done. Like I said, I would love to make more art around some things, but I can't really make art the way everyone else does. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It might actually help to sort of rethink how the anxiety changes how you do things. So when I was making these witch hats, all right, or just some witch things in general, definitely had a few sketches laid out, right? And also created other things too, like a cute cat, and I'm thinking, this is actually pretty good. If I were to finish this would be great. But there's that little problem. If I finish it, there's no guarantee I'm going to be able to finish it. So instead of having all the great ideas, all my little golden ideas right in front of me, I decided to edit it down. Said, you know what? Finish one thing to completion. If I have more time, I can go back. There's a good chance that after I finish one thing, I may not even go back for the others, because I also like to move from idea to idea. I'm kind of like a little hummingbird. I go to different ideas. So in a way, having that kind of anxiety surrounding the issue of wanting to create something really good, by editing down my potential pieces of art, I'm actually saving myself, because I would rather create something to completion than have 4 or 5 half-assed pieces that never got done, and more importantly, I never get to show anybody. That's the thing, you do art, you have all these really great ideas, you want all of them to flow together, and if they were all completed, they probably would be really, really good, all together, all lined up, great. And then when you post them, amazing. I'm sure you got friends, family, followers, fans, Patreons that would love to see that. That doesn't always work out the way you're thinking it does. So sometimes it's better to just find one good idea out of a batch, put it to completion, so that way you at least have something to post. Because sometimes when you're, when you're stuck in what you're doing, just having something done and finished, even though it's not everything you intended, it does, at least for me, it feels real, like at least I can let go of my breath a little bit. I'm like, that's a lot better than having a bunch of sketches and half-completed pieces that I would never post anywhere, and no one ever sees that I do them. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in terms of, if you're feeling kind of stressed or overly anxious about wanting to complete something, maybe try editing down your ideas. That doesn't mean you can't keep concepting and creating a bunch of different ideas, but if you're going to go for something for completion, maybe just choose one idea, do what you can on it, do the best to, what your skill level is, what you're comfortable with, and then that way you have something done, and maybe that will help you out a little bit. So I want to thank you for listening. I'm still trying to get over my fear or just getting more self-confidence in doing more videos such as this. So would definitely love feedback if you have any. And I hope I could provide something that could help you later down the road. So I hope I see you again.